Sweet darling, that ain't the way you make love. You've been turning around uptown. You ain't some fancy clown. You ain't some fancy clown. You've been turning around uptown. You ain't some fancy clown. You ain't some fancy clown. You've been, I hear you in the background. Ooh, I hear you in the background. I hear you in the background. Ooh, I hear you in the background. You've been turning around uptown. You ain't some fancy clown. You ain't some fancy clown.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
My brothers.
10 crack commandments.
Brothers.
Boom, boom. Boom, boom.
Yo, what's happening? Ladies and gentlemen, we back.
What's up?
Once again, BackAlley Fellas podcast.
What it do?
BackAlley Fellas.
We here for another week of podcasting.
23rd.
23rd, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? We like to thank all our guests for tuning in. If it's your first
What's
time or
happening?
your last time, we appreciate you. I'm 1/3 of the podcast. My name is Mike D. I'm with my brothers, Big Pat, Brother Six at the bottom.
Brother Six.
We formed this lovely triune, this divine triune called the BackAlley Podcast. And we just here, man,
What's happening, my
enjoying
people?
ourselves. We good. Everything is good. So I'm gonna check in with my family real quick. Brother Pat, how you doing, beloved?
Hey, man, I'm living life, taking one day at a time, man. Still recovering from this COVID-19, but you know, I'm making it happen. How about you, Brother Six?
Man, doing good, man. Still here in the Ville, man. Had a little incident go down. Thought I had the COVID. It was a false negative, so I had to take another one.
False
So I
positive.
stepped back. False positive. False. It was wrong. And I'm, what I think, man, it was wrong, man. I just wanted to be sure before I get back on the road. It's cold here in the Louisville, man. Got snow everywhere. I ain't seen snow in a couple of years, so I'm just trying to do the bare minimum, man. I ain't going nowhere, ain't doing nothing, man. Just staying here in the house. Other than that, man, everything is lovely, man. Well, how about you, MD? What's going on there in Naptown?
Everything is swell. Everything is swell. Just vibing to this sound. Shout out to Naldi Beats for providing us with this lovely beats for beginners. But we not beginners. We experts at this.
Huh?
And
That's
With
what's
the
up.
crisp white on. He got the crisp white on.
yeah, the Chris White. You know, we
He
represent.
done been down to Dino.
Hey, we represent
Dino.
that BackAlley Fella podcast,
Don't be giving
family.
him no shout out. Don't be
Yo,
giving him
but
no
check
shout
this out.
Yeah, shout out.
Brother Six, who do we dedicate this to?
We're gonna dedicate this to Fat Blood. One time.
Our brother.
One time.
Reggie
My
Smith,
brother.
One time.
Red
Rest in
Smith
peace,
family.
brother.
One
Love
time.
you.
Dedication
his
to
wife,
him and his family, man.
kids, rest of his family, man.
Everybody,
Love
man.
y'all.
All his friends. Yeah, man.
Everything. So, yo, listen. Again, we want to thank everybody for tuning in. If it's your first time, we appreciate you. If it's your last time, we appreciate you. If you enjoy us, please tell a friend to tell another friend to tell another friend to join in, and let's make it a party. Continue to build with us. Continue to grow with us. We learning as we go. We enjoying ourselves. Let us know what topics you like to hear. Let us know how we doing. And just enjoy yourself. You know what I'm saying? Have a good time. It's 2021.
Right.
And so
I like
with
that,
that,
Mike, an educational party. We're gonna have an educational party, huh?
yeah,
I
man,
like that. I like that.
that's what we're gonna do. So let's vibe it out a little bit. Let's turn it down and just kind of get into the regular stuff that we always do. You know, we always got a little thing that we ask people to let us know what they sipping on. We always prefer that you have a little water in you. You know what I mean, just for hydration purposes. And John Taffer from Bar Rescue says, if you're drinking, you want to hydrate yourself.
Yeah.
I was watching. I was like, I didn't even know. I said, okay, that's how you keep your head from swiveling.
Yeah.
So I like that. I appreciate that. But yeah, we just let us know what you're drinking and what's your favorite drink. Maybe one day we might mix it and shout you out or whatever the case might be. But we typically, start off with Big Bro Pat and ask them what he's sipping on today. What's in your cup?
Same thing. We 3 weeks strong, man. Alkaline water, man. I'm just trying to get this body right. After that COVID, I'm trying to get this body right. So I got alkaline water.
Love it.
That's what's up.
Brother Six, what you sipping on, boss?
A little bit of lemon and water.
Okay.
I'm drinking earlier.
Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Like so you said, got the water. Balancing it out.
Right.
Yes, sir. What you got in your cup, Mike?
Man, this is about what 3 weeks straight. Cranberry juice and lime juice, man. So
hey, but I want to make a prediction though, Mike D. I think I'm gonna be back next week. I feel some Grey Goose in coming on.
Not to you ain't gonna go with that Lottie Dottie. We like Bacardi.
No, I think I'm gonna hit that goose. I think I'm gonna hit that goose. So it's coming.
Okay. Well, that's
can't go wrong with the goose.
You know what?
Can't go wrong with the goose.
I haven't had a sip of Granny's tea in a minute, so I've been thinking about that. But I ain't gonna lie, I think I might go out and grab me a bottle of that 20 grand.
Yeah.
And sip on that for a half a sec. Just a
man, that 20 grand is zeroed out. I knocked him down.
I might get that.
Almighty.
Yeah, I can't mess with it. But listen, let's get this party started. So
yeah.
I think, as I look back and I see what's going on in the back. Before we do that, we got to give it up for
Come on now. All right.
So
what we got to do.
Toast. So everybody that's watching or listening, grab your drink, grab your cup, grab your bottle, whatever you
grab your wife and your kids.
Toast it up to the loved ones of fat blood. So bottles, glasses, cups that are plastic. Alleyways backwards, perfection takes practice. Friendship turned kinship, 2/3 the street dynastic.
And a brotherhood from the neighborhood, this podcast is going to be a classic. Divine state of mind, our movement subline. On the rocks, give me something strong, brother.
Mixer, slice of lime. Put your drinks up. Now let's link up. It's nothing but love in this atmosphere. Peace and salutations, brothers and sisters. The fellas, we in here. Cheers.
Cheers. Now that we got that started, we got the salutations and all of that going on. We done said,
heard in the news at the back alley.
Yeah, man. We're going to talk about a very interesting thing that's going on today in the back alley and around the world. We're going to talk about religion, spiritual beliefs, and what is the greatest gift that our Creator has given us. And that's going to be, to me, that's a very interesting topic. So
okay.
I want to start this out because,
the greatest.
For me, I think that this topic hits home because of the world right now, man. The world is bad right now. People don't really realize it, but we're in a bad state right now. World. There's a lot of people that talk religion, talk spirituality, but they don't live it. They don't. They screaming about Jesus with hatred in their heart, and they don't go together. How can you hate someone else, anyone, but say you religious? I do this for God. I'm God. This Jesus, Allah, Yahweh, but you have hatred in your heart. They don't together.
That's interesting. Yeah. I was listening to a brother I posted on our our little group chat that we had, and I was listening to Brother Farrakhan, and was a speech done back in 2001 called "Love and Duty." You got to check that out. And it's right along the lines of what we're talking about, but it hits home for me to listen to that brother break down what I thought was very interesting. And that's the way he broke down first, how he broke down love, and then right into duty, and how both of those go together. And I know I posed that question a while back about what's the greatest gift that the Creator has ever given. Like choice. And then Mike made an interesting point. We'll get into that. And then came back, and I think we all kind of agree on life was the most beautiful gift that the Creator has given us. So I'll elaborate on that here in a little bit. But Mike, what do you think, man?
All interesting points. I agree. I think oftentimes, because of many of the lies that people choose to continue to believe in, many people. So that there's a thing about belief, and then there's a thing about knowing, and so. And I've done this with my kids a couple of times, and I've done it when I was doing a mentoring session once before with some kids. And so I would pose it like this: if you didn't know me and we were having a conversation, and I was like, I was in the military, and I was at one time I was stationed out of DC around the same time that the so I wasn't here when Osama bin Laden was, killed or whatever the case may be. So if I crafted a story that was like, based on my position and where I was at, I was actually on that mission, from a finance perspective, supporting that in country, blah, 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 blah. I could get you to believe that. You see what I'm saying? But you don't actually know. So when I talk about my belief in the Creator, it's not that I don't believe in that. I know that to be true. And that's a difference. And so I think that a lot of people are still in that belief. They really don't they don't do any research. They don't really know. They only go by what has been told to them. And then
Or something passed down traditionally.
Yeah, and then for some, it's more like it's a power structure. So I know for Black people, anything that we get, anything that touches us, because the essence of of us is spirituality. And so anytime we come across something that has an inkling, we can smell that truth and that divine core in anything, and we'll make it sweet, and we'll put that thing together, and we'll bring people to it, just because innately within us is this core of always connecting with and always walking with our divine nature. So we'll go in, because I have some other thoughts on some things. You know what I mean?
I'm gonna tell you something that's strange about this. So this goes all the way back to the roots of slavery, and there are those that use the Bible as a justification for how they've treated people. So the Bible is a confusing thing. And again, these are just my views. So again, we're gonna always point out, I'm not saying I'm the scholar in this. These are Patrick's views. So we have to first understand that the Bible wasn't written to be a book that you read from cover to cover, and it's going to go chronologically through. So the Bible is a collection of stories and fables. So here's the thing, though. So there's one part in the Bible that talks about the son of Ham, which was the son of Noah. Noah had three sons: Ham, Japheth, and I forgot the other one's name. And then Ham, who was supposed to have been cursed, which was made what was called the Cushites, which were known to be from Africa, Egypt, and all of that. However, you can go to other verses where it talks about the original man being Cushite, being from, and so if we were the original in the Bible, how could we then be later born of Noah's son and be cursed? So it's kind of
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I think that so for me, if I was taking it and I was expounding on something that you had said at the beginning, Pat, and I would say, and you said the world is bad, and I
yeah,
thought about it for a minute, and I said, no, the world just is.
it's
The
bad.
world is. I said the world is just it is. What you decide to view it as is the route that you tend to take. And you decide that. So if I throw a book down, all I did was throw the book down. You then appropriate how it is. Was it a bad thing? Was it a good thing? Here's what I'm trying to say from this perspective, and hopefully I'll be able to try to tie it in from a spiritual perspective. I kind of think of our divine nature from in our spirituality from this perspective. If I say, God, I want to be more like you in your divine nature, in your mercy, in your gratitude, in your love, then what has to happen then? Things have to happen in order for me to manifest myself in what I asked to be, correct?
Yes.
So if I'm asking to be in the likeness in let's say all good, or in that all good perspective of God or the creator, we'll say the creator, then I have to have that opposite thing in order for me to be able to become that. So it's the test, it's the measuring stick, it's the bar. And so if I'm not disagreeing with what you're saying, I'm saying
Yes,
a different
you always
perspective.
disagree with me.
Well, you can take that how you want to. That's your disagreeable nature. But
Because
what
I
I'm
got a point
saying,
to make with you saying that before you
okay,
get deep into that.
no, that's fine. I'm gonna toss it to you. But I think that if we were just saying, these things happen because I called this forward to happen. And so by me doing that, it allows me now to be what I said, or to be what I proclaim myself to be, or my desire to be. So if I want to be all loving, if I want to know how to love more, then it's not going to give me something that agrees with me, that it's just easy to love. It's going to put some things in place that get on my nerves and is difficult to love, because that's what the creator is in those hard times you still shine over. So perhaps the way that way that it is based on our desire to be more like, our asking for things in our supplication, in our prayer, which then allows the universe to create that very thing for us to manifest ourselves out. I hope it made sense what I
It
was
didn't.
saying.
And I'm gonna say this.
It didn't.
Hey, Mike, I'm gonna tell you something, man. I
You
love,
know what?
He said, I'm
I
telling you
love you
something.
dearly, brother. But that made absolutely no sense. Let me tell you something.
Why?
You can think all you want to and manifest all you want to. You think all this great stuff, I'm gonna manifest it. You walk outside, I'm still that same thug that I ain't thinking like that. I'm gonna knock you upside your head, put this pistol in your mouth, and either shoot you, kill you, or rob you. So,
Okay.
so an individual can do that. I agree with you. And what we speak, we manifest, we project. I got that. But I said the world is bad because there's young kids out here on drugs. They're robbing.
So ain't nothing good.
There's no respect.
So ain't nothing good.
There's more bad than good. There used to be.
Are you sure?
There used to, in my opinion, we're talking about my opinion, right?
And that's why I say that, okay.
Because there used to be some respect. Like, you be out in the streets, we're not messing with old people. We're not messing, grandmamas, people off limits. Now
We ain't killing no children.
yeah, now there's no limits.
You talking about you was talking about that dude in that maroon Regal or whatever they used to chase us around. You talking about that kind of good? Is that wait a minute? I just want to know what good you talking about. With respect. What respect you talking about?
Now, I'm just saying there's a lot of evil in the world, and the one thing I'm saying we as, and again, I don't like to put terms on it, but let's use whatever terms people use. So whether it's African American, whether it's Black, Negro, whatever
American African
with.
I still want to know them people that you say that you know that are Negro, that classify themselves as Negro. Because you said that a while back.
I mean, there's some people that do. So
who?
I'm saying.
Where they at?
Hey, there's people.
Do you know them?
Yeah.
Can you introduce them to me?
Classify themselves as Negro.
Can you introduce me to them? Matter of fact, can you invite them on?
Yes.
Okay. Then continue.
Can you invite them on?
But here's the thing that I'm saying though. So you made me lose my train of thought. You know I'm old. So here's the thing. So there's
on the rain, boy.
going on in the world right now, and we as a people, let's say that we as a people, and there ain't us on here, so we know what people it is. Whatever term you want to use, us as a people, so forgiving, and we're gonna look to God. We're gonna ask God. We're gonna manifest. We're gonna forgive. But they not doing that. They still knocking us upside our heads.
Okay.
Still knocking us upside our head. And we still, oh Lord, come and save us. I'm going to manifest. I'm going to be this great person. Boom, I get knocked upside the head.
I never said manifesting yourself.
I just watched something I thought I would never see.
What's that?
An insurrection on the Capitol. I just found out today, they saying it's a lot of stuff that didn't make the news. They feces and pee and all this stuff around the Capitol. Now, the lady that was on camera, they caught her talking about she gonna kill Pelosi and all this stuff. They just let her take a vacation
to Mexico.
Yeah. The dude that had
the shaman guy.
He refused to eat because he wouldn't eat organic food. They moved him from the prison he was in another place in a whole nother state because a particular prison served organic food. You don't think they would have did a black man like that? So what I'm saying,
or a black woman.
Yes, the topic is spirituality and religious beliefs. I believe wholeheartedly in the higher power. But this world right now is evil and it's bad.
But what they got to do with you and your spiritual belief and your spiritual makeup?
I just don't. I don't know. I'm gonna be honest with you, brother. I don't even know how to put it into words, because I'm
in hush. No, I'm just playing. What you got, 6?
In hush.
In hush. Don't tell me I'm wrong. Don't tell me it don't make sense. Don't tell me it don't make sense. You don't make sense.
Well, listen, we want him to come by y'all brothers.
Right. Let's
get this dude a hug, man. Come by my Lord. Come by y'all.
I take both of you all sides and make sense of it because I know what both of you all are talking about. But I'm gonna go a different way.
Still sounding like
and go left on you all and talk about that. There it is, the gift that he did give us, and what and we'll do with the world being bad or good, or what we manifest ourselves as being in that negative realm or positive realm.
Who is he?
Talking about the creator.
It could be a she.
Who is he? What are you talking about?
The creator.
Well, whoever the creator is. I don't know who he is for you, but for me, it's me, myself. I'm a great creator. I'm my own God. So, and that's who I pray to. Praise be to Allah. But hey, I'm growing. I'm growing through it. So I wanted to talk about that just for a moment. And it was mentioned that, the life that we give, or the life that we share together as brothers here on the line, what is our part in the world and what are we doing about it? To be happy. Because like you were saying, Pat, the world is a bad place because of what we're seeing and what we hear, and because of the way we're hearing and the way we're seeing it with the media and stuff like that. But then there are some that just made about 1.5 million, $1.5 million. He's having a very good day right now. So I get both sides on that. But as far as us as individuals, I mean, what are you doing for yourself? I'm trying to, and what that, and what,
I'm listening.
and
I ain't mad. I'm listening.
And what that does is we get into the realm of the spirituality part of it, what God has given us and all of these things. But that time is the measuring bar, Mike, because we don't know. So for both of you all to sit there and talk about what's going on in the world, what are we doing with our time as individuals? Because that's what it boils down to, whether it be love, creation, destruction, bad or good. What time? Where are you giving your time to?
Well,
it's
okay,
so
hold on, Mike. Let me just
point.
ask one question for
Sure.
both of y'all, since both of y'all came a different way. So, y'all came a different way, but almost the same way. So, are you saying, and I'm asking a question, this is not a rhetorical question, this is a real question. Are you saying, or either one of you all saying, that I make my own happiness? So if I manifest through Christ or through God or through the great creator, or that I'm happy, or then my little space in the world is happy, even though the rest of the world is burning down, Hades is raining down in the rest of the world. But as long as I manifest happiness, I'm happy, or my little piece of the world is happy.
You could look at it from that perspective, but
no, I'm asking, is that what you said?
No, that's not what I said.
Is that what you said? 6, is that what you said? Because that's what it sounds like to me.
Well, in actual, yes, I am.
Okay.
I'm saying now, because go ahead.
So here's the thing for me. What I'm saying is when I talked about that, it was from an esoterical perspective, was that when you have something that you measure, when you ask of something, instead of being like, okay, I'm thankful for what is because it's already manifested. I know this there. I'm thankful because it's going to show up. It's already within my universal plane. So happiness is fleeting. Off the top, happiness, sad. It's a duality. So when I talk about joy, we talk about it's something different. Joy is something different because people gonna make you happy. People make you sad, regardless of your religious beliefs. You're gonna go through things that are gonna make you feel up, make you feel down, whatever. But when you have that joy, when you have that understanding that they talk about, it gives you that peace of mind. So when I talk about asking and saying, please give me the patience, Lord. My children I need more patience. Give me patience. Well, it's going to give you scenarios in your life that your spirit has manifested because it's directly tied into the universe. It's going to say, well, you know what? I've given you everything that you need. But in order for you to recognize that you have more patience, more strength, I'm about to put some scenarios in your place. And as you continue to grow, those scenarios that at one time upset you, that you flew off the handle, you balancing it out more. You like, you know what? I'm not letting it. So now you manifest and you say, okay, I'm growing in my patience. I understand that I had that here. And so my point is that, yeah, there's a lot of things that go on in the world, but I'm saying, could that not be a collective whole of people saying, in one instance, God, please send down love and make us love. And I'm asking for love and understanding and all this. And then it gives you scenarios where you have to apply understanding, where it gives you situations in which people that have a different sexual orientation or see things different than you are in your privy, and it's going to allow you to say, okay, well, I done gave you the understanding. Now it's up to you to apply yourself. Or are you going to give into that hate or that misunderstanding that allows more things to trouble other people and to bound other people and them wanting to commit suicide because they not loved? So what I'm saying is that, and I'm just only speaking from an esoterical part. That's all.
I think I just figured it out. back to, so basically what we talked about, we was talking about, for those that are just maybe just tuning in, or just coming, one of the main things we was talking about was religious or spiritual beliefs.
Mhm.
I think something you just said right there might just kind of triggered it for me, is I think I believe different than others.
Mhm.
So I don't believe that the creator is sitting there with 100 billion people or whatever that's on this planet, and he's doing each person. Okay, Mike, you're manifesting.
I don't either.
So I'm gonna put some things in your past, in your path, to see if what you're practicing.
I don't either.
I think that's what free will is. So when they talk about the creator giving us free will, I believe, and I think it answers the question of why, because there's a lot of people that are religious that say, why is the creator letting this stuff happen? Why are they letting kids get molested and women raped? I believe that the creator created this world and he gave us free will, and we're down here doing these things on our own. Because there's a to me.
How do you have how do you have predestination then? How do you have?
But
how do you have?
I think that there's I think that there's a misconception to think, because everybody thinks every time something bad happens, it's the devil doing it. And every time something good happens, the creator did it for you. I think he's allowing us to live this time in our life, this span in this body, and we got free will to do what we want. And then at the end of the time, our time will be judged.
Well, so how do you judge? So if we say that,
If we say what?
free will, then you're gonna be
And
judged.
being judged. Oh, okay.
Okay, so now you create me, according to how you say it. You create me. You knew what I was going to be, and you fashioned me in that image. You know what I'm going to be and do at all times before I was even created in physical form. Yet you tell me that I have free will. Now, if I was the author of a character and I knew based on my storyboard the birth of this character, the things that this character was going to do, and how this character ultimately story was going to end, could that character in my story, in my book, do anything outside of me, the creator of that character, doing anything?
That's if that's what happened. We don't know that that's what happened.
That's what people say. So how do we know that it's free will? See,
We don't. That's
most
what I'm
of
saying is belief.
so
We don't know that he architect. So so what you're saying is, and again, I don't know how many people's on the planet. Let's just make up a name for conversation's sake. Let's say there's 50 billion people on the planet. What you're saying is the creator took every single person, the 50 billion, and not only the 50 billion that are here now, but those of the past too. And he took every single one and said, okay, this Michael Davidson, he's born on this date, he's gonna do these things in life, he's gonna die on this date. So if he did, then what would be the purpose?
Well, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying. That's what you hear people say. You hear many people
say.
I'm not. That's not what. Say. Yeah, that's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
I'm saying when I talk about creation, when I talk about spirituality, when I talk about all of that, what I'm saying is that no, it's not here's 7 billion people on the planet, and I'm creating this
50 billion.
50 billion, and I'm creating this scenario specifically for you. I'm saying no, that as individuals, we ask for certain things in our prayer, whatever we do, or just in our life.
Why ask for him if he already knows what we're gonna do and our path is already written?
That's a higher thought process. We are asking these things because we have conflicting understandings of those things. And so when we're asking for prayer or whatever, so I'm not saying that when I pray, I ask for anything. I give thanks for that is already there. And as I continue to grow, the situations that happen, that's why I led with, if something dropped, was it bad or evil? depending on where I'm at in my life, I could say, damn, that's messed up. But then if I get to a point where I'm like, man, things happen. And so I got to figure out how to see myself and how to move. What is the grand plan? What is the creator trying to say to me? Then I move on that. And that's how I see it. And some people do different things, and it's okay. In my growth in trying to be more like the creator, more in my divine nature, even those that I may not understand, it's incumbent upon me to try to be as patient and as and have grace and mercy, if I'm using those terms, on those particular people, not because they not right or they wrong or they're right. It's that they see things differently. But we all, in my view, we are all one.
Okay.
And so to me,
so both of y'all done
makes
took
a
me here.
difference.
Both of y'all got me here.
Drinking some water?
Half cup or half empty.
Is it
It
half
depends on-
full or is it half empty?
It depends on your perception.
And that's the way y'all took me to. So that was beautiful the way y'all both put that. So I mean to answer that I can't, but I will go back to this. We definitely, the world is the way you look at it through your tunnel vision, and whatever you believe.
It can't be.
You know what I'm saying how you see the world is not how I see the world. We both looking at each other, but you see my hat and I see your glasses. So even though we're looking at the same thing, we all see things different, is what I'm saying. So to judge someone or to give an opinion about somebody else, to the listeners and all that, we not saying that. All we saying is, hey, this is what we think. This is our opinion. And you know, it's like an asshole. Everybody has one. So for all of us, me personally, what I'm saying to you all is, hey, in order to love the creator or love your neighbor or to do something good, you have to learn how to love self first. And we don't do that enough as black men and black women. Some of us don't know how to love ourselves. So how can you say you love and believe in something you never seen? How can you say you love your mother, even your wife, your kids, and your daughter, when you don't love yourself? And if you don't love yourself, you can't love the creator because he created you.
Yeah.
You see something bad about yourself, then you need to blame it on the creator. You talk about, I'm black, I wish I'd have born white. Well, he had a plan for you, or he created you. So you don't like the person who created you. So you don't even.
Who are you saying don't love themselves?
There's plenty of people out here that's in a bad place.
That don't mean they don't love themselves.
They have to. What other reason? If you're not in a good spot and you don't see yourself doing well, and you're with an illness, you ain't doing pretty good. But then for you to turn around and say, man, I don't like that dude, or I don't like the way the world is, it's bad, and I want to change it, but you don't do nothing about it. You love yourself first, and maybe you can see a different way. And that's what I'm saying. It's just some of us don't have enough of that to try and take that next step, because I think that's what we're all talking about is making a change or going to a different spirit, doing something for yourself, man, is what it's all boiling down to about this, whether it's spiritual, whether it's physical, or whatever it might be. We're going to have to come to something as individuals and then come together, Mike, if you will, and then spread that if we can. Because right now, whether it be bad or good in your view, it's all about self right now, what's going on.
I would say, I always say saying we're divine spiritual beings having a divine human experience, and so recognizing that, I understand that everybody may not think like that, and people believe in race, in gender, in certain things, and so when we look at each other, we don't even see our divine nature, our connection to the entire universe. And so based on all these constructs, all this other shit is happening. So to your point, Pat, there are a lot of terrible things that go on. And I'm not saying that in this whole, I'm not so out there that I'm not saying that if someone is trying to do harm to you, that you don't beat them upside their head. You know what I'm saying? To get them off of you. I think, the first rule of survival is self-preservation. But I think that if everyone would see themselves as a direct connection of one another, as they say, love thyself or love thy neighbor as thyself, if you saw that, if you not only saw yourself as your brother, your sister's keeper, but your brother and your sister, if you saw that, then those commandments or those 42 negative confessions of my aunt, that I have not or I will not and I have not done these particular things, it becomes a manifestation every day. Because every day that I walk and I come in tune with somebody or something, I'm seeing myself in that. And so I'm always trying to figure those things out. And it's not to say that people are not going to do anything. That means that I have to protect myself, pardon me, but I still need to guard against how I view my spiritual self and how I continue to grow. And everybody's going to do it different. And so I have to just be able to say, if you are on this planet and you are working to be the best version of yourself, then I'm good with that. I don't care what you call yourself. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with however you do it, whatever you do, as long as you're not knocking the next person. I am okay with that. However you rock it.
That's interesting.
You know what I'm saying? And we can go and we'll go with that. That's just me. That's just me.
The nature of the world is not like that. That's why we struggle so much.
Yeah, but again, that has nothing to do.
We living in a false. That's a false truth if you believe that, because no matter what you believe of yourself and think of yourself, others don't see you like that.
It don't make no difference. That what they see in me don't make.
Even as I came through the military, first it was my uniform wasn't starched enough, my boots wasn't shining enough. Once I got that done, you don't have enough military schools. I got all the military schools. Oh, you don't have enough civilian education. Got the civilian education. So I had to fight, scratch.
And what did you become?
I got.
And what did you become?
I saw some other people, but I'm saying I saw some other people that didn't do none of the things I did and marched ahead of me. We ended up at the same place, but my path was so much harder.
So
showed up and made it there.
I'm not saying that it had to be that, and I understand what you're saying. But who's to say, based on the circumstances or whatever you coming from or whatever, that without that motivation to prove somebody wrong, that you would have been command sergeant
like torture to me. Torture.
What it was.
Or that you would have
due respect out of you fellas.
See, there he go. He always come back to that.
Yeah,
always come back to that. Now we gonna have a conversation. Really, no. Stop everything. We gonna have this conversation because this Negro, and I believe he one of them cats that classify himself as a Negro. I asked what I'm starting to believe. 6, I believe that this Negro always comes back to that, brother. Hey,
I'm just
we
saying,
love and respect you when you get that doctorate. We gonna be the first ones to call you doctor.
But that piece of paper don't make me that. I'm already there. So listen to this thing. As I was looking though, do you brothers realize that there's actually, there's a website for everything. So right out here, and it's pretty amazing. Not amazing as a good thing, just amazing that you jump on the what is it, Wide World Net or whatever it is.
Yeah.
WW. So this website right here is called the Top 10 God's Greatest Gifts to Mankind.
What?
So here we are. So everybody that's watching, we're gonna kind of go through this, and you brothers throw just. Here's what I want y'all to do. We're gonna do this like a little game. I want you to throw out one word, and I'll read what it is. Okay, the first word that pops in your head. Number 10. Mike, you gonna go first, then you, Junior. First word, 6. First word to pop in your head. Number 10. Places of worship, embodiment of faith.
What you want me to say?
One word that brings to mind for you.
So okay, this is the top 10.
Top 10. This is the top 10 of God's greatest gifts to mankind per the website.
Okay. Now, so number 10 is what?
Oh, hold on. This is kind of interesting. The first sentence on here says, fear is the greatest tool to rein in a person. But okay,
yeah.
Okay, so what was number 10?
Number 10 is place God's gift to mankind, God's greatest gifts. Number 10. 10 being the lowest, 1 being the greatest.
Okay.
Of worship, embodiment of faith is number 10.
I don't believe that.
You don't believe that. What about you, Junior?
Done.
All right. Religious doctrines, divine beacon of light.
I don't believe that.
Bullshit.
Number 8, man/woman, one for the other.
I believe that.
This is number 8 of God's greatest gifts to mankind. Man/woman, one for the other.
I can see where they're going with that.
And it even says, imagine a world full of men without women, or a world full of women without men.
I mean, for procreation, perspectives, I mean, I get that.
Right. Okay. I'm right with that.
Number 7, nature, a prized possession. It's got a picture of a sunrise.
Nah, I can definitely get with that.
Yeah, I can rock with that. What about you?
I can go with that one.
Again, for everybody, I didn't make this list. I don't know where this list came from. I just looked it up.
Tomfoolery.
Number 6, fellow beings, the flora and the fauna.
Fellow beings.
Yep, fellow beings, other people, other mankind, other people in the world.
Yeah, I say that.
I'm gonna say understated.
Okay. Number 5, we're halfway there. Art and literature. Inspiration from the Almighty. That's one of God's greatest gifts to mankind.
I would say yeah. I would rock with that. I would rock with that.
I say bullshit.
Okay. And look, it's got a picture that what's Leonardo da Vinci painted.
Yeah, see, I don't agree with that, but I don't agree with it.
Y'all from. I know back home.
But where they do that at?
Wisdom.
Faith.
Number 4, wisdom. Know thy mind.
And say that.
4.
Yeah.
That's number 4.
Yeah. Wisdom. Yeah.
Okay. Think wise and act wiser.
As a gift?
Is that number 3?
That's number 4.
That's number 4. Wisdom. Okay.
Know thy mind. To think wise and act wiser. Okay.
Okay.
3. This is a good one. I want to see you two brothers' reaction to this. Festivals.
What?
Celebrate.
Festivals.
Somebody put this on the internet. That's why, and I know this is a different subject, but that's why we have to be so careful about stuff that you look up on the internet.
God's greatest gift to
God's
mankind.
greatest gifts to mankind.
Was partying.
Now get this, brothers.
Partying.
This is higher than wisdom, know thyself. And Mike, we was just talking about, you were saying know yourself. Brother 6, you were saying love yourself. And they put it higher. This is number 3, festivals, reasons to celebrate.
So if we not just taking it off the face, if you was to delve a little bit deeper into that, we all like celebrations, whether it be our birthdays, whether it be holidays, whatever you want to call it, seasonal, even from the motherland or whatever.
From living to death, even death. We celebrate death.
Right.
We celebrate death.
And we can't sit here in front and say we ain't had some of our best times in a hole in the wall.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I mean, but I don't know. I wouldn't put that as 3.
I wouldn't put it at 3.
That's what I'm saying. I
But
would
I-
put it
Yeah.
on there, but I don't know that I would put it at 3.
Might
Yeah.
be like 10.
Number 2, life and
Life.
emotions.
You said light or life?
Life, Life, life and its many emotions.
Yeah, I would probably have that as
The
1.
emotions in life.
Yeah, I'd probably have that as 1.
They got smiley face, crying, sad, happy, sleep, love. So they got all these little emotions. So it's life and its emotions.
Mm-hmm.
For 1, hold on, drum roll.
I already know what. Don't tell me.
God, the fountain of life. He is the source from which we derive everything, including our existence. Therefore, it is pertinent to say that God's greatest gift to mankind is he himself. We worship him, fear him, love him, and depend on him.
No.
That's the top 10.
No.
And this is
I wouldn't put that.
to list dose. And I don't know who this is. List
Yeah,
dose.
that's good. We don't need to promote that. They are.
Oh yeah, I ain't promoting it. I'm just
Yeah,
I
they
ain't
are.
promoting it. I'm just
Just-
saying that's where it came from.
Yeah, they are.
Everything.
Yeah, the two best days in somebody's life, man, the day you was born and the day you find your purpose in life. After you find your purpose, nothing else matters. Think about that for a moment. Walk with me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't disagree. I think that, overall, I always just try to take it from a different perspective, not because I disagree, but just to offer some different stuff.
Yeah,
Voltron,
yeah.
Voltron, what's going on?
The lights was flickering on and off on them.
Now, the
street
Bible
lights.
says,
What's that?
the Bible says that the greatest gift that he gave us was his son.
You did say that.
Yeah, it said, for God so loved the world that he gave his own
Gave his begotten
begotten son.
son.
That so
What is-
whoever believes in him shall not perish, but have eternal life.
What? Hold on, Pat. What did he say? Hold on. How did you say that? He gave his what?
Oh,
Hold on. But you did that. Did it all of us like he was almost going to the upper room.
And why do we do this?
Yeah.
What's it for
Oh.
when you walk into church?
It's like I got one. I see
What
one.
is that for when you do that? One
One
What?
time.
love?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
What?
I
What you
don't
talking
know.
about?
When people
The
like,
tradition
they
in
always at
church.
church, they be like,
You put
They
your
hold that
finger
one
up when you
finger.
get up and stand up. You always put your finger up like.
Now you're pointing to God.
oh, is that what they
Oh,
do?
you pointing to God.
You're pointing to the Creator. It's
Oh.
To forgive you for
thanking
walking,
him.
thanking him for going. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay,
you're
okay.
pointing to him because
I mean,
it's all
we-
possible.
Yeah, we could
Oh,
have
okay.
we could have definitely delved, a lot deeper into certain
Yeah.
aspects about,
Yeah, yeah.
is God like I would throw out, is God in heaven?
Yeah. Is the
Because-
war
As he
Armageddon
within us.
up there?
Or is he
No,
within
no.
each
Well, I'm
other?
asking if you say it's in heaven, then would heaven be bigger than God?
Where is heaven? Is heaven a place, or is heaven a thought, or is it a place where you put
Right.
yourself? Put yourself in heaven at once, young man.
And because if
But
you
where's
think
your
of,
mind?
because if you think about it, and we won't touch, if you think about it just from this construct, and you say that heaven, hell, down there, we're talking about it from a perspective of earth. But if God is the God of the universe, then where would those things dwell? If there's planets below or higher on different planes or whatever the case might be, where would these places exist relative to how we see it and how we do it? And so, when I ask those things, one of the things that we used to always say is about the all, because the all is, you can't take away from the all, you can't add to the all. You know what I mean? And so,
Right.
so the heavens or space or whatever you want to call it is the creator, is all things, and all things are in all things. And so, and we being a part of that means that I am that as well. So those are just constructs of not
Yeah.
saying
Well, yeah.
I'm this way or that way. It's just having a conversation about how we can go and our thoughts
Right.
and being able to vibe on that. And at the end of the day, still saying, regardless, if you trying to
I'm in
if
heaven.
you attempting to be your best version of yourself, I love you, I rock with you, and let's build to create a more better or more perfect union, a more perfect existence on this planet. With that being said, I know that the street lights I think is flickering or whatever.
Yeah. Well, my last words on that, man, is I know at the beginning I talked about love. There's three things that has to happen in order for you to truly love, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
One is freedom. Two is justice. And three is equality. Without those three things, love can't exist. So think about that as you go out.
Don't exist.
Hey, I ain't gonna touch that one. I ain't gonna touch that because that's a whole nother thing. But I wanted to leave everybody with that just to give a food for thought on when you tell that woman or you tell that man or that child or God or whoever you confessing to that you love them, remember those three things. And then after that, that's life. Love and life are the same. But then behind both of those, when you do both of those things.
Hold up. That brother trying to sing a Houdini song. Both love and life both have 4 letters. Well, there's 2 different things all together. This brother trying to do a one love.
They was before their time, brother. It was before their time. Just like I was saying, man, it's one.
I want to leave with this. I am not one of them brothers that consider themselves a Negro.
Come on, man.
So those that are listening, do not listen to Mike. I say that they exist. I know that they exist, but I am not one of them.
You said you knew some folks.
So with that being said, religion is a powerful thing.
It is.
And it has shaped what we know of this world for years, decades, centuries. But I want to leave with my opinion is God is within us all. We're God's. He made us in the image of, how can he make us as an image of him if we're not God's? So with that being said, peace, love, and I'm out.
Yeah, we so appreciate everybody for tuning in.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, we growing. You definitely do not have to agree with us at all. As a matter of fact, we prefer sometimes that you don't, but we would love to hear why you don't. And maybe we will revisit those topics again. And as we grow, I know in the Circle 7 and the more science people, it says as man grows, so does his God. So as we continue to grow, our concepts of what the creator is also grows. Just bear with us, walk with us, as Brother Six would always say. And before we go out, I'll leave you again with God's Minute by Benjamin Mays. And it says, I've only just a minute, only 60 seconds in it. Of course, upon me, can't refuse it. Didn't seek it, didn't choose it. But it's up to me to use it. I must suffer if I lose it, giving an account if I abuse it. Just a tiny little minute, but eternity is in it. You know what I'm saying? Peace, salutations.